As you may have heard, Tua just signed a huge contract with the Miami Dolphins, and in today's video I will break down everything we know about it. As the quarterback of the Miami Dolphins, Tua has had a lot of ups and downs and has frequently been compared to Justin Herbert, who was picked after him in the draft. While Tua was an outstanding prospect and there was even the whole tank for Tua movement, the NFL career has been shaky. However, he does seem to be improving each year. And last year, Tua even led the league in total passing yards with 4,600 yards. But his play on the field is not actually what makes this contract so interesting and so perfect. It is actually health related. As I'm sure you remember, in 2022, Tua received a series of concussions that were very worrying. He looked really bad. And there were some thoughts that he would never play football again. However, after some thought and consideration, of course he came back last year, played well, didn't get hurt, and is looking to have another good year this year. But he was heading into his 5th year option, his last year on his contract, so of course a quarterback wants to get paid, and the team wants to lock up the quarterback. It really goes both ways. Now traditionally, teams want to lock a quarterback down as long as they can, so they can really build around him. This typically is about a 5-year contract, seems to be the standard NFL contract. It's what Joe Burrow had, it's what Hurts had, it's what Trevor Lawrence got. But things might be changing a bit with these unusual circumstances. And Tua is one of the people who did buck this trend, and he actually signed for a 4-year deal. It is a 4-year, $212 million deal with $167 million guaranteed.
Come again, sir! I'm getting back in line!
So this places Tua at $53,100,000 per year. And you may be thinking to yourself, why add that extra $100,000? You know, he probably won't even notice it. Well, it's because Jared Goff signed earlier this year for $53 million per year on a 4-year deal. So they're just doing the little classic one-up. But this is not like a record-breaking deal, even though you see a lot of articles talking about it. He is making $53 million per year, but that does not put him at first place. It's not even really that close. Trevor Lawrence and Joe Burrow each make $55 million per year. So yes, it is high, but the record that he technically broke was for a 4-year contract, not the standard 5-year contract. And not to mention, Jordan Love did just pass it just a few hours afterwards. And they do have the same agent, so he was probably negotiating both at the same time.
You want to negotiate?
Bring it on.
All right, fine. I will bury you!
The reason the 4-year contract is so perfect for the team and for Tua is that, well, one, on the team side, Tua is not the most proven of quarterbacks. He has health concerns, performance concerns, and so on. So taking one less year off the contract gives the team an out. On the other side, for Tua, why he would want this is that it's one less year on the contract, and of course the cap goes up every single year. And by the time he signs a new contract, it will probably be for about $65 million per year based on how the cap has gone up in recent years. So it really works perfectly for both sides, and it's not like the Dolphins were going to get rid of him, because he is a top half of the league quarterback who could become a top 10 quarterback. You don't just throw those away. Even if he's surrounded by weapons and you think anybody can do it, quite simply they can't. It's very hard to be an NFL quarterback who can take you to the playoffs, who can throw for 4,600 yards. So they had no choice but to pay him, and of course he wanted to stay there. And I know I mentioned that he has $167 million of guaranteed money, but there is a bit of complications as for what is guaranteed. And I know it's not as simple as it sounds. In your head you say, hey, it's guaranteed money, it's guaranteed, what else is there? But actually it's not guaranteed at signing, which means it's not guaranteed yet. Likely a lot of this money, maybe around 50 million of these dollars, will be guaranteed, let's say, next year if he's still on the roster or so on. Now these are guaranteed technically, so highly likely that it happens. it will be in all likelihood something pretty simple, like let's say in 2027 he's still on the roster, then an additional $10 million becomes officially guaranteed. But it's not as guaranteed as you would think. I know that sounds a little complicated, but we don't have the exact details, so I'm just kind of preparing you for what we will find out over the next few weeks when the details trickle out. And then finally, when could the Dolphins get out of this contract if they really want to? So getting out of it will likely mean paying about $40 million of dead cap. And while we don't know exactly, my best guess would be that it would be in 2027. So that would be 3 years into the 4-year deal. They could likely cut him and eat, $40 or so million, which is crazy, but it's nothing that hasn't been done before. So thanks for watching. Please leave a like, comment down below. What are your thoughts on Tua? And also don't forget to subscribe for great NFL content like this. I'll see you later. Bye.